So how do you really know that you're improving your blood circulation? You've been drinking teas and soups diligently, you're seeing your Chinese doctor regularly, or you're just curious. Well, here's an at-home scientific approach to test it. Use foot soaks. I've taken a recommendation from my Chinese doctor to do foot soaks to improve my circulation, and I've merged this with some of my engineering thinking. Knowing that blood travels through every organ and every part of our body combined with some basic heat transfer theories, we use this to test the rate of flow or circulation. What you'll need is a place to soak your feet, a source of water that can hold a steady hot temperature, some water to stay hydrated, a timer, books are optional, and a towel. Here's how it works in 2 steps. 1. Soak your feet in as hot water as possible. Best if you can measure the temperature so we can use this as control. 2. Then set a timer and see how long it takes you to break full sweat from your forehead. We're looking at that first drop of sweat that drips. Refill the water with hot water as the foot bath cools, trying to hold steady state temperature if you can. The first time you try this, that's your baseline position. I know it's not the perfect science, but try to keep as many variables constant as you can. As your blood circulation improves, this sweat time should decrease. This means your body's able to carry the warmth through your body faster, which is a good thing. From a traditional Chinese medicine perspective, blood is a form of qi, which is one of the vital substances in our body. Blood flows with qi throughout the body and is a yin substance due to its density and fluid nature. The better our blood flows, the more nourished our organs, tissues, and meridians are, and the better we function as a whole both physically and mentally. You can use a foot bath like I do to save water, but this loses heat quite quickly. Or you can use a full bathtub and fill as needed. As you finish, it'll feel like you just had a workout. Change into dry clothes or put on a sweater and allow the body to cool down gently. The first time I did this, I clocked a wonderful 45 minutes for that first sweat from the forehead. It's a rather nice moment to read a book, meditate, or take some downtime. And remember to stay hydrated. Then, for the next month, I did foot baths twice a week and drank tonics and soups to replenish blood and qi, which included red dates, longan's, and wolfberries tea, a Chinese herbal powerhouse soup with dongguai, red and black dates tea with honey, or any soup or tea that is warming with ginger. Here's how my experimentation went. I started with a baseline using a small foot bath in my shower. It's a simple setup using the shower head to refill the hot water as needed. So we're 35 minutes in and I can definitely feel it escalating. My face is definitely more flushed and I've got sweat dripping down the sides of my neck, which is a good sign because actually that heat's really coming up. So we're really close to feeling it coming out of my forehead at the top and then we can stop. So it's been 45 minutes and I'm now definitely sweating and I'm gonna say, all right, we're gonna use this as a baseline number going forward. So it's 1 week since my last baseline test and I kind of have a time on where my body is in terms of really heating up. So what I'm gonna do now is try again. I'm using a different setup this time to show you how you can use a bathtub instead of just a little foot bath. Essentially, if you can keep the consistent methodology from a science perspective, that's always best. It's about 35 minutes in and I felt my first drop come down on this side, so we can call this experiment finished. So what you want to do is just mark down that 35 as a baseline for a bathtub soak if that's what you're doing. Now I have 2 times for 2 weeks. Let's try again next week and the week after to see how I'm doing. Here are my results over the last 4 weeks. There is a decrease in sweat time and I've gone with using the bathtub to hold consistency in the methodology. This was definitely an interesting experiment, but give me a few more months to capture more data and then we'll revisit it. You could totally try this method in a sauna as well, which is likely to have a more consistent heat input. But the foot bath is in the comfort of your own home, which makes it so much more convenient. A few more tips from a TCM perspective to try are: use ginger in the foot soak. This can include dried ginger peels, ground ginger, or fresh ginger slices. Ginger is a powerhouse warming ingredient and used in postpartum support to expel wind and cold from the body. Combine a foot soak with a foam roll or massage. If you don't have enough time to do a full sweat soak, Do it for 10 minutes and then, with aided massage tools, help the body release tension in the muscles and lymphatic system to promote overall circulation. I'm curious to know how your experiment went in the comments, or if you have any other thoughts or tips. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. You can follow us at thechinesesouplady.com for recipes and tips.